Hey there, folks. We're going to be talking about Boogie 298, Barnicules, and Billy the Fridge, because they don't seem to get it, and they're being very elitist towards those criticizing Boogie. So let's get into this whole Twitter exchange between Barnicules, Boogie, some of the fans, and myself. So as you can see, Boogie says, what is your favorite way of coping with stress or anxiety? Mine right now is watching the downfall of Kanye West. And so let me back up. Look at this response. Hi says, mine right now is watching the downfall of Boogie 2988. Now, I would not, I'm not wanting him to have a downfall, but I kind of don't feel sorry for him. And Boogie says, holy crap, that was the exact expected response, but I thought it would take more than a minute before you idiots typed that, LOL. Thank you for taking the bait so quickly. You just made my morning. Like, seriously. He posts these videos of him crying and complaining about losing all of his money because he did something dumb and put it into crypto and just lost it all. People criticize him, rightfully so. And then all of a sudden, he then fans the flames and proceeds to make people angry at him. By getting a troll, he follows a faceless, no-name troll and responds to, this was the exact response I wanted. I'm surprised it didn't take longer. So how are we supposed to feel bad for you, Boogie? How are we supposed to feel sympathy for you when you make this video crying and complaining about losing all of your money that was your fault and you messed up? But then you're trying to get the trolls agitated and aggravated like you always do, because that's just how you spend your day. I mean, I already posted a YouTube short that will happily place right here after this conversation of you talking down to somebody several months ago about how you will never have to work again, and that you talk down to people like me who work hard for their money. That's what you did. Take a listen.
Still making 5 figures a month right now off of doing this. I get paid on the TikTok Creator Fund. I get paid from YouTube. I get paid from Twitch. I get paid from merch. Look, I know you want me to quit social media. It's not going to happen as long as I'm making money. And when people tell me to go get a real job, it makes me laugh because I'm not going to go work harder to make less money. That might be your choice. It definitely ain't going to be mine.
Many months later.
I feel good. And I'm excited to do it again. The bad reason is I'm finally in a position where I have to get back to work. And I'm not making any excuses here. You know I spent a tremendous amount of money on dumb things. But the biggest issue is that I had a nice big nest egg. I took some financial advice from a friend, and I'm not pointing fingers necessarily. I took the advice, but I put my money in the crypto market in the wrong section, and I pretty much lost most of everything.
So you see your attitude from 11, 12 months ago compared to your attitude now after you screwed yourself over because you decided to take the investment advice from a friend and got screwed over out of all your money. But you're now talking down to people and you're fanning the flames of people, wanting to get a reaction because that's how you get your kicks. You see, it's really hard to feel sorry for someone who's lost all their money making a dumb financial decision. I make dumb financial decisions all the time. I don't put all my money into things, but I make dumb financial decisions all the time. It's really hard to feel sorry for someone, though, when they beg for money. They in fact say that they are making this video specifically because they don't want to go out and do actual work. And you even had the nerve to say, if you only have $5, you can super chat me. So you're actually begging your broke followers for money. You have no shame. And here's the proof. Take a listen to this.
If you're in a position where you only have like $1 or $5, you can super chat that when you like a video. You can pledge $5 a month, $10 a month on the channel membership program.
Did you hear that? If you're in a position where you only have $1, listen again.
If you're in a position where you only have like $1 or $5, you can super chat that.
So you doing crap like this, where you are purposely fanning the flames of divisiveness and anger, but at the same time, your video is begging people for cash because you literally said you don't want to have to go back to work.
The bad reason is I'm finally in a position where I have to get back to work.
Oh, boo-hoo. You have to work like the rest of us. I'm around your size. And I have been working bussing tables at a restaurant for almost a year. You can, if I can do it, you can do it. You choose not to do it because you've lived comfortably. But here's the thing. The reason, somebody mentioned this in the comment section, the reason that you did this outside was because you didn't want to show the fact that you have a bunch of collectibles and things in your office that you've accumulated over the years that you can easily sell off so you can still stay financially afloat. That's a problem. That's called manipulation. But then it gets even better because Billy the Fridge and Bernicules got into a little bit of a tussle with me in Twitter. So take a look at this. Boogie obviously deleted 2 tweets. We don't know what he said, but he deleted 2 tweets. And some dude named Frank said, wah wah, shut the F up. And then here's where Bernicules comes in. Jealousy is not a good thing. You scroll down. Someone said Boogie just got done begging, and it just gets... You know, Boogie just got done begging for cash. If he never made a video about it, he wouldn't get the hate. People who work for a living get this. And Billy says, as a fan of Boogie, I'd rather have him make that video promoting merch and memberships than to just disappear off into a 9-to-5. This has been his job for a long time. Hold the phone. So, let me get this straight, Billy. Let me get this straight, okay? So, because this has been his job forever, and he wasted all of his money through his own issues. He wasted his own cash. We're supposed to feel sorry for him possibly having to go to a 9-to-5 job like a regular person. And do not get me wrong, content creation is an actual job. But there's a difference between being a content creator who's actually making smart decisions and being a content creator who stirs the pot like Boogie does, gets rid of his money through a stupid financial decision, and then has to go to a 9-to-5. So I'm not saying content creation isn't a full job, because it is. But you're saying that you don't want him to go into a 9-to-5 because you're a fan of his. Oh no, Boogie might have to work like the rest of us normal people. Oh, boo-hoo. This might be a 2-part video, man. Want to keep it under 10 minutes. Oh, and one more thing before I go back to reading everything. Imagine saying things like, if you're in a position where you can only give $1, because he said that, like I showed earlier, $1, you can super chat me, so just give me your dollar. He literally begged people for their last dollar. And we're supposed to feel sorry for this dude? No. I respect content creators. I do not respect beggars. And I definitely do not respect people who beg when our country is in a very big financial downfall right now. Hercules says, 100%, Boogie is an internet staple. Honestly, it feels a little like Truman Show with him going through so many phases of growth, good and bad, to entertain a huge audience. The haters want to see that die, so they can brag they contributed to taking down a legend. Nope, he stays. Okay, have to interject here. So, I'm holding my phone now, but so, because you're entertained by Boogie, you don't want him to go, because you're literally entertained by him. And there's nothing wrong with being entertained by a content creator, but because he's an internet staple, you don't want him to go because he screwed up and wasted his cash. I'm sorry, I can't take this seriously. I used to follow that dude. I used to follow Bernicules. Man, these big creators are showing their true colors, aren't they? Oh, and one more thing before I go back to reading everything. Imagine saying things like, if you're in a position where you can only give $1, because he said that, like I showed earlier, $1, you can super chat me, so just give me your dollar. He literally begged people for their last dollar. And we're supposed to feel sorry for this dude? No. I respect content creators. I do not respect beggars. And I definitely do not respect people who beg when our country is in a very big financial downfall right now. Hercules says, 100%, Boogie is an internet staple. Honestly, it feels a little like Truman Show with him going through so many phases of growth, good and bad, to entertain a huge audience. The haters want to see that die, so they can brag they contributed to taking down a legend. Nope, he stays. Okay, have to interject here. So, all of these YouTubers, Billy the Fridge, Bernicules, Boogie2988, they are self-righteous, elitist jerk faces. And you don't have to have a lot of money to be an elitist. You just have to have a power dynamic. There's a massive power dynamic, like that individual said. And Bernicules, being as self-righteous as he is like, we get it. You watch and read all of Boogie's stuff. You're not the first and you won't be the last. I literally, like I stated in my comment, literally had zero idea until a recommended video by Papa Gut popped into my feed. Most likely because I made a couple videos regarding the Papa Gut and Deaf Noodle situation. So YouTube recommended me a Papa Gut video that I didn't even watch. So, and it may not have even been Papa Gut. It might have been another YouTuber. But then when I clicked on that YouTuber's video and watched about 30 seconds of it, then it came up. But these YouTubers They don't want to get real jobs. They don't want to go to a 9 to 5 and do the same work as us plebs. They cry and they complain and they bitch and they moan. That's the first swear word I've said. I think I'm well within the time frame of when I'm allowed to swear. About losing their money through every fault of their own. And Billy said, I'd much rather make a merch video. Well, he didn't just make a merch video. He clearly stated, even if you just have $1, you can just super chat me. Give me your $1. You do realize you don't get to comment if you just donate $1, right? You don't. And yes, people have every right to do with their money as they will. But you going on the internet and crying and complaining because you made a dumb financial decision and wasting all of your cash on cryptocurrencies, that is not our issue. You should have never made that video. Now, you can make that video and say why things are difficult for you, but the moment that you start begging for money, that's a problem. I have no issue with people talking about their problems or their struggles. I have no issue with that. But when you beg for money and you do it in such a manipulative way as doing it outside so people don't see the thousands of dollars in collectibles that you have in your office, and it's very apparent that you have in your office, that's the issue. So Boogie's an elitist. He's stirring the pot, trying to get people to be all pissed off, while also trying to, beg for sympathy here. And Barnacules and Billy the Fridge are trying to defend Boogie from no-name Twitter accounts. I'm a no-name Twitter account. I only have 435 followers on this account. My account's basically dead. So this is just a video stating, don't listen to Boogie whenever he cries, whenever he complains, whenever he bitches and moans about losing his money through a dumb financial decision. Because remember, he also has TikTok, Twitter. No, he has TikTok, he has YouTube, he has Twitch. He didn't mention those other streams of revenue that he has. TikTok and Twitch. So amazing how he just left that out. He's talking about how bad his YouTube channel's doing, but he has Twitch and TikTok, which I understand TikTok doesn't pay a whole hell of a lot, but still, that is a revenue stream that he has. Just miss me with this nonsense. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I actually had a Helena Taylor video that I was going to post, which I'm still going to post. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Didn't like it, dislike button. Comment down below, share it, do all that stuff. I really appreciate you guys. And remember to be a good person. Content creation is a job, but just because you make a dumb financial decision doesn't mean that we should be left to pick up your pieces. That's not how it works. And I'm going to end with this one comment. Followed you since the first days of Francis. Nah, man, you don't deserve an ounce of help. And honestly, I hope you know you hurt a ton of your fans. But thanks, man. You're one of the reasons I don't aspire to be like you anymore. I hit the gym, eat right, push myself to be better. The comments, the only help you'll get from me. Really crippled and still work on my feet for 8 hours a day and walk a mile to work, dude. Tiny Tim over here is ending you.